Hey everybody, I just got in today and I came in the door and this is the scene I'm greeted with. And so it reminded me of a story I've wanted to tell you, but let me show you the scene I walk into. And it is this. Honey,
Hey everybody.
sitting by the fireplace. This is what I walk into. And that seems pretty benign and gives me no cause for thought except it did. See, a few years ago, I wrote a story called Jealous of Nothing. And I am not a jealous person. I have no desire or envy towards anybody else's home, their car, or even their relationship. Having a 30-plus year healthy, great marriage, I don't envy anybody else's position in life or anything. I don't put a lot of weight in material items, so I'm not materialistic at all. And, simply put, I am jealous of nothing. I am jealous of nothing. However, a couple of years ago, I was reading a book. I think it was Eat, Love, and Pray. And I loved this book. It was fascinating to me. This woman traveled the world in search of peace of mind and spirituality. And she went to Italy and India and all this other stuff. And it was a fascinating book. I recommend people read it. But I was so taken by the book and certain facts in the book that I wanted to run out to my husband and tell him, oh my gosh, honey, you are not going to believe what this woman is doing in search of inner peace and in search of happiness and in search of herself. And I come out here to tell him, and I'm stopped dead in my tracks because he's sitting by the fireplace, smoking his pipe in his favorite rocking chair. And instead of bombarding him with excitement over what I was reading, and in the book they talk about like how religious devotees and monks and everything spend years and years and years of their life in total devotion to finding themselves, to searching inward. But I come running out here and he's in that position, and I say to him, what are you doing? And he says, nothing. And I said, what are you thinking about? And he says, nothing. Now, to some people, that might be a polite way to say, I don't really want to talk about it. But I know for my husband, he really meant it. He was thinking of nothing. He was staring into the fireplace. He was smoking his pipe. And he was clear of mind and thought, and literally thinking of nothing. And I sat there and I realized, oh my goodness, I'm jealous of nothing. I am not jealous of anybody's car or home or relationship. I'm literally jealous of nothing. And I knew my husband had this ability to clear his mind because when our son went off to war, and it was a bad time. It was a bad war, and we lost some of his platoon members. Anyway, I don't want to get into that. It was a very dark time in our family's life. I couldn't sleep at night. I was up all night long. I was tossing and turning, and if I was as close to a nervous breakdown as a person could ever be, in fear and concern over my son. And for my son and for his platoon members. Now we call them our Marine brothers and our Marine sons. And my husband was able to sleep perfectly fine. And it used to aggravate me. I wanted to hit him over the head with a pillow because I'm up stressing and I'm up thinking and he's snoring away. And then there was one particular day I was very stressed out, and he came home telling me, oh, you should have seen this bear carver, this guy that carved wood and turned the wood into bears with a chainsaw, logs into bears. And he's telling me and droning on and on about this chainsaw carving log bear maker. And I remember thinking, you sound like Charlie Brown's teacher to me. Wah, 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 wah. Because I wasn't able to process even what he was telling me, let alone seek enjoyment out of this story. But he was just completely fascinated by it. I was so wrapped up in my head over my son at war. There was nothing I could do about it, but I'm going to worry about it. Oh, yes, I am. And I'm going to think about it. And my husband is able to just not think about it and able to enjoy these little nuances of life, like finding a carving bear guy. Well, I just remember thinking, you're getting on my nerves. I don't want you to even talk to me because I can't think like you. I can't be in that place with you right now. But I'll tell you what happened. When my son got off the bus at Camp Lejeune back from war, I was elated, excited, and I felt like all the cares of the world were lifted off my shoulders. I looked over at my husband, however, and he was bawling. It's like he was able to just release everything. And the release was so intense that he just started crying hysterically. So he was somehow compartmentalizing it and keeping it down there. So I guess we all have our own ways to deal with things. But I do remember thinking and knowing, and when I came in tonight, I was actually thinking of this whole COVID thing and stressing about it. And when I walk in, he's in that position again. And again, I find myself envious of nothing. I'm jealous of my husband's ability to think of nothing. How precious and what a gift that nothingness is. So for all of us worrywarts, for all of us overthinkers, maybe we shouldn't be jealous or envious of nothing, but we certainly should strive for it. Nothing. That's what I want out of life. Nothing. Today and always, guys, life is mysterious. Have a blessed day.